Okay. Let's see. Are we up and running? So we'll do some tests across the board. Season 2, Episode 1. Let's hit this. Cool. So we're going to go... Hit this one. Do test. Yeah, we see text going there. We'll do a test. Text going there, and we'll do a test. Make sure everyone is active. Test. Okay. Oops, that was loud. Yeah, all locations are active. We have every single chat location active because, hey, guess what? I am trying to stream to multiple things because I am crazy. Okay, let's go back to stuff. Today's Saturday, January 11th, and we're going to go back and see what's working and what is not. In the week, I did some commenting of codes, added a bunch of to-dos to make it so that things were better. Looks like the YouTube's is not very very good looking. It's a little choppy on the YouTube's. Kick's not doing too bad. Okay, let's go. New, click and new game. There we go here. Pick a person. We gotta fix the people popping up there, but we're good. We're here. What are we getting here? Null reference exception. These are probably to do with. This is world map controller. Okay. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get the end loop going. So we go here. Spear. She dies. We're brought back. -8. So if we look here, trigger battle, hit, blah, blah, blah. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's see. We've got WD party list out of blah, blah, blah. Active here is knocked out. Only switch to non-combat available. Is dead is false. Enemy turn. We have... technically, we should see a change here. Pick another unit. Let's take a look at... This should have picked that party's been wiped out. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit world data. Party wiped out. We need to check if there are any recruited members. So we want to do that here. So I think I already have a value set. What do we got here? This is all calculating levels and stuff. Okay, world data spawn, first seed, world data, blah, 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 blah. Party size, party wipe, that's the bool. We should probably have a very basic, also, I'll make it a bool. Bool. Heroes available at guild. Okay, so this bool has to be checked. So if this is true, then we do the other thing. So at the end of the battle system, when we're not here, passive abilities, on win, we don't care about that, we want on lose here. true. Okay. Then it does delete, does transition, which I believe we have is our what? Which one? I have to our what do I want to call it? Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll just do one of these here. Boop and a boop, something like that. Oops, why does this not do weird things? It's just weirdness. Weirdness. Or I can do this. I don't care about that, but I want to do pop. And then I'll go here. This one has a pop as well, doesn't it? Haha. And then I can go here. And I go pop as well. Cool. And then what I can do is I can take all of these guys. Ooh, look, that's a chat. And bring it here. Take all of this and throw this up here. Throw this up here. And then I can have all my chat windows. Can I? And then I can it sucks that I can't like triple these. Do something like that. Whatever. This is the different chat windows. I can have all my chat windows just kind of sprawled here so I can see where all my chat is. Yeah, there we go. All the other stuff doesn't really matter too much because that's just spotting windows. Yeah, because each one has their own thing. Oh, what's this? Why does it say this isn't live? Skip to live. And here, weird, it says that I had someone follow me. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. I have one follower there. And yes, everything is honky-dory. Cool. Let's keep going, I guess. That's all set up there. Yeah, we got to go to our world map, and I'm sure that's the one that this one. And it's in here. Is it in basic? No. It's something else. It's player spawner. Maybe this is the one I want. Is this where I put it? This is the player spawner. It's not the player spawner that I have it. Interactable spawner? No. It's not here. It's like, what? Is it in player? So check the party members are in a group. We have text, quest.active, quest complete active, set battle state, trigger quests, start. Where was the thing? That I had? It's not in the movement. Interactable data. There is something I am missing where I set it up yesterday and I don't see it. It's not in the player. Player doesn't have any care about this stuff. Is it player spawner? Don't think so. Shoot. Damn. Okay, you know what? I hope I saved. Oh my. Spammers. Spam phone calls all the freaking time. It's on the transition controller. Was it in world data? Map world controller. That would be the one. That's the one that I worked in. Yeah, here. Skip time skip. So yeah, this is all based on this stuff. Let's start. Checked if it's wiped out. So we know. Okay, so we're checking if that's is set to true. If it's true, set time skip. Okay, if that's true, then we have to load entire section from heroes. So then it would be if world data dot is it heroes available at guild is equal to true, then we're going to call we're going to load this one. Yeah, we're going to do this. Check if there are any heroes available at guild hall. Okay, load either set. Oh no, wait, this is technically. That's fine. This is checking if there's any heroes. Control X space. So check if any heroes are available to guild hall. If that's true, so then we're gonna do. Do I have two skips? It's gonna call skip. Yeah. So then here we would have. If recruited heroes skip, if we have is true, this one X, this will be set to time skip amount. Oh, time skip long. No, yeah, time skip long is equal to false. So yeah, we know that the skip is false. And if this one's true, and if we do new hero, and if we have to do the new hero is time skip long. So this is time skip long is equal to true. That's if you're getting a new hero. So time skip. Okay. And then we need to also send you to our, which I should just check real quick. Which will set us to our, go start. Oh, because this is using default, that's why. That's not what I want. Console, clear, project. Nope. Boop. Scenes. Give me a break, give me a break, give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. Okay, new. Whatever we'll go with. So here, so this is gonna pull. We have world data. It's gonna generate our person. So we're gonna have to build another scene, which is gonna be the guild hall scene. Yeah, because whenever we do our select, Selecto button, cuz. Select button. No, the select button. Oh, wow, that's background stuff. Hero select, canvas, select button. Select button goes to hero select, and it's going to load next scene. I should probably have a confirmation. It's like, are you sure you want to pick this hero? But we'll maybe do a confirmation later. Hero select. So this is located in the hero select script. Hero select script. And let's take a quick look into that one. So this clicks create a prefab for the hero holder, location in the world data, set the party list stats that, start that, log, select hero. Cool. Party size is 1. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's good. That's grody. So we want to go back to this one, which I should go back one scene. Crud. I should go back, do this again, and I'm gonna have to go back a scene. So here, delete, new. Before I click start, menu, UI, fill out field, start button. Load, transition control, load next scene. Transition control, hero select. Okay, let's just take a look at this one. Oh, yeah, I pulled that out. Transition, load next scene. Should reveal is equal to okay, loading next scene. This comes here. It does this. Does that. Screen manager, load next screen. So pretty much I need to copy that thing. I need to copy this one. Control C. And we'll go close. And we'll go to our scene. This one. Where's my transition thing? Transition controller. We're gonna have to make another one. Paste this child. Okay, hero select. Right, and then this one is technically battle scene, so we should just rewrite this one. Battle scene. Be very specific, actually. We should just battle scene 1. So I know. And then there should be, we're gonna have to create another one. We're gonna have to create a Guildhall recruit and recruit screen. Those are the two big ones that are gonna need to be made. Technically, I think I have a recruit screen, don't I? No, I don't. So I'm gonna have to make a recruit scene, and I'm gonna have to make a guild hall. So I kind of have this hall of heroes, but that's like dead people. It doesn't have to be a scene, but whatever. We'll leave that. I don't care. Guild castle. Ooh, maybe it's guild castle. Let's just save this real quick. Well, it's fine. We have this. So, in this one, world map controller, here, if we, world map controller, if we're doing, I think we'll do this, we're gonna have long skip. we're going to transition. I guess similar to how the transition controller works, because it's just going to call, transition switch. No, load next scene. What is being called in that button? I want to see. Character spawner, hero stat screen, hero level up. Where's my hero? Not this one. Oh, it is this one. And yeah, because then if I hit hero select, canvas, select, this is calling hero selector script, hero selector, which is this one. And then it's calling hero selector transition control dot load next scene. Okay. But how are we swapping those scenes out? How does it know load? It's just calling load next scene. Load next scene. Should reveal is equal to not. What's loading next scene? Calling this update. Screen manager dot load screen. Screen load. What is our... Aha! Screen to load is a string. What is that string called? No, it's not here. Need to have my string, calling my string. Oh, wait. I don't think it's in here. It's transition control scene. Transition control. No, that's transition canvas. Wait, what? Why does this have transition control? Cutscene to world. Cutscene to world. So load next screen is that one. If I go back to my world, this one. Okay. So how do, this one says load that one, this one says load this one. We need to load the correct one. So if we come into world controller, because how am I switching my other things? Hero select, battle one. If we have player, basic movement, it's got to be in here when the collision update. Okay. No. So it's not the player, it's the object itself. When an object collides with something, so similar to one of my enemies, right? Where are my... I know I'm looking at it. Is it resources? Prefabs, here we go. Prefabs, interactables, skeleton. Transition controller, world data, you're gonna get those things. My name. I just needed to select, I needed to call that transition controller. I need this to call the, it's gonna need to know, it's gonna need to know to transition my control. Ooh, it's gonna need to know that. How do I want to do this? Consider selector. Check your start selectors. How do I want to do this? Because it just calls it. Maybe I should have a menu before that. Does that make life easier? Maybe have like just a UI. Let's go. Oh, hey. It's going. Doing just a little weekend stream. New year, new streaming habits is what I'm trying to do. So I'm having, trying to do at least 4 streams a week, and at least for like an hour. And because of some stuff that happened yesterday, I wasn't able to stream yesterday, so here I am today, streaming for a little bit, probably till lunch. And yeah, that's about it. Streaming on all the platforms. I'm streaming on 3 platforms right now. But yeah, just trying to get trying to finish up the, I guess you want to call it the end loop, death loop, what happens when you die and where stuff goes. So I'm kind of in the middle of figuring out how I want to do that. Not figuring out, like I know how it's supposed to go. I'm just now realizing, Kick is the other one. So YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I don't know if I looked into TikTok, but I don't think you can live stream to TikTok anymore. Or if you do, you have to have something from TikTok to live stream to them. I think they got rid of, they made it so it's like not like anyone could just live stream. You have to request or something. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it. The shitty thing is though, technically for streaming to YouTube, you have to increase your like resolution rate for your stream. But because if you adjust your resolution rate, it breaks it for the other 2 streaming platforms. So I had done that before, and my YouTube was streaming, looked nice and crisp. But then the Twitch one wasn't working. So I was like, well, I started on Twitch. I'd rather like still stream on Twitch, and my Twitch stream is pretty good. My YouTube one, my facial footage is grainy. All my footage is grainy. I don't know why. It's like a live streaming thing. Kick looks clean, and Twitch looks clean, but then what ends up happening is that my YouTube one, when it like finishes the stream and then it does its like compiling and loading and stuff, that footage looks good because that footage is in like 1080p. But yeah, if you want to stream to YouTube, you're supposed to stream in like 4K. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. It breaks everything else. But yeah, so here's a question for you. Your party just got wiped. Would you want a menu to pop up and ask you, like, do you want to continue or are you done playing? Because it's like pretty much what happens is your party gets wiped, it does a check. Do you have any leftover people in your guild hall? If there is, it would take you to your guild hall and you select your new party from there. And then you leave from the guild hall again. Or everyone's dead and it just takes you to like the beginning of the game, sort of, to select a new hero. So I was thinking, like right now I was writing it so that I just do that. Then I'm thinking, oh, let's say you've done a run. You just played whatever, 15, 20, whatever, so you played an hour. Your party's wiped. I should probably have a menu there to like be like, okay, I'll save and I'll like, when I come back, I'll continue from my guild hall or I'll continue from like a new play. So I'm thinking that I should put a menu between that interaction to let, because it's like it would suck if you like got sent to your guild hall or the selection screen and then you're just like, I don't want to play anymore. So I think this is a good way to like, because then I can also run my save code at this point, depending on your decision. Well, I'd probably run my save code either way, but I think that's what I think I'm going to put a menu before. And also having the menu is really nice because you click a button. And clicking that button is a lot easier for me to control my scene changes that way. Because you click the button, I can do all my information stuff before I change the scene. Which is kind of important. So I think just explaining it actually helped me make my decision. So I'm going to need a canvas. Oh, we'll need a new game object. We'll make a game object. I'm going to have another game object here. This is going to be like create empty game object. This one's going to be UI. So I'm going to call it the main menu. Main menu. Yeah. Yeah. I think I need to have a menu. I think it's a good like stopgap. Because let's say maybe you don't even like the heroes you have left in your guild hall. And you're like, screw this, I'll start a new run. Yeah, see exactly. I figure having a button, having a little thing there. So yeah, we're gonna do this one. This is gonna be later. Then we're gonna do a normal one that's gonna be in here. Let's bring you up here. You don't need to be up there. And then we're just gonna add another thing in here somewhere. Nope, I don't want it as a parent. I just want it empty. This one will be. I have to clean up my stuff here. UI. I want to say whatever. I'll just put world map menu. Because the thing is, you might even use this. You'll probably use this in the world map too to like do other things. So world map menu. Okay. So we're gonna add a UI. We'll add a canvas. We'll attach our camera. Oh yeah, I gotta change this to camera overlay. Camera. So it's somewhere in the middle here. We'll call this, we'll add, I think I'll use just a square sprite, don't really care. Not circle sprite, I should use a square sprite. Delete, because we'll need to put like a fog. Maku Dev? Hi, hello, how are you? Yeah, I think I'll just use a square. This is just going to be the background. A-Sprite's pretty easy. I think it's yeah, it's a pretty, like it for how simple it looks. It's surprisingly well thought out. And sometime since I found you live, yeah, no, this new year, new kind of plans to stream more. My plan is to stream at least 4 times a week. Yeah. Pixel. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try to stream more this year. Pixel Edit? I don't know if I know that software. I've only ever really used Aseprite because it when you import an image, you can pre-slice it for like animation stuff, which I thought was really, really nice. And then when you export stuff, you can export it sliced as well. And like you can have strips or you can have like a sprite sheet. So I really liked. I don't know. It for all the crap, like the stuff I'm using for what's it called? Animations, it's been really useful. Yeah, it uses a key system, but it's interesting because it uses like layered key systems too, which is neat. So you can toggle different things on and off. But yeah, I want to write background. But yeah, I feel like working in pixel art, you have to do some interesting extra little bits. So we'll just make this, can we make it gray? Something like that. Something a little translucent. Width. Oh yeah, I should probably have my in-game. Does this show what it looks like? No. Layer 12? No, not 12. Let's go 10. I have to go forward with my layers. Might be too thin with height. Okay, maybe I should just make this black. Black for now. Why can't I see it? I just need to get used to animating in it. Yeah, animating, I guess it's pretty much the same. Oh, really? A top-down golf game. Interesting. I'm assuming paid work on this top-down golf game. 12? Why the heck? Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. Yeah, no, flex those Aseprite muscles and get some animations. I got lots of characters that I need to make. Actually, the biggest one is I need to like update my tile set. My tile set is just, it's got stuff that I don't like, and also it needs to, I think it's a 8 pixel tile set, which needs to get bumped up that the tile set is like within the 30, 32, 36. So like if this is a character and he fits in one tile, that means these tiles should be at the same pixel density as them. So all my tiles have to get upscaled, and then that means that they can have a little extra detail. They don't have to be crazy detailed, just a little extra. Oh, okay. Why can't I see this gosh darn UI layer? Oh, okay. I see a tiny black dot. What if I do this? Why does this one work so much better? Okay, whatever. I'll do that. I don't care. If that's how it needs to be. Something like this. Gray it out, which is fantastic. So we're doing this. Cool. Perfect. We're going to add some. It's also super saturated compared to character art. What do you mean super saturated? Like working in pixel art, or like my stuff? We're gonna need some buttons, butanos. Your map art, yeah. No, I need a. I almost want to say I need more. The big thing for me is I need cleaner lines, because right now it's like. 1 second. Let's take a. We'll just turn off this map for a second. Like the kicker, we'll just go back. Whatever, we can probably run around. Actually, I don't think it. I think it's run. It. I built a default setup for playing here. Yeah, yeah. The problem is like it's hard to really distinguish, even though there's colliders here. It's a hard way to distinguish what's there, and I would like, even if it's static shadow, I'd like, because that's what I kind of tried to do with my green tile here, is like maybe build like a shadow layer. I was considering building something that uses because technically I could use the 2D lighting to cast shadow. See, like right now as the sun is like going down, I could use the 2D lighting to have these, because they have a collision layer, cast shadow on the map. But yeah, no, I need to I want to make it so it's cleaner to like the player that this is a cliff wall and that's a cliff, right? And then yeah, just a lot of stuff. Yeah, so like right now, see my day-night cycle's going, right? But it just colors everything, and I could, because right now it's just a full single, what is it called, global illumination, I guess. I have my lighting somewhere in here. It's in map control. Yeah, see, it's just a 2D global illumination light. But in my character select, I'm using directional lights, which cast shadow, which is cool because when you like move along to select different characters, it there's a shadow effect, which I like, which is nice because I can implement that also in here. And then same thing, if I do that, all I have to do is set up all my characters to have be affected by light, and then it'll cast their shadow as I would pretty much just have a lighting object that moves across the screen, right? Which makes it look like there's a sun or something going by. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of it's not just a lot of little stuff to pretty it up. But it's like I'm not focused on a lot of that. I'm focused on getting the core game loop finished. Because then it's then I can start doing the testing. There's a lot of numbers and quests. So much quest writing. Okay, so let's go back to UI. That's why with the day-night, I literally just did something super simple, and all it is a color gradient that it goes through. If I yeah, for that, I would just do a dual. It's it would use two lights. Yeah, I would use two lights pretty much. So that this is I have 3 different gradients that I use. I have my summer gradient, which again you can't. It's weird because lighting isn't like real light. It's like an additive process, I guess. So it adds that color to everything that's affected by it, right? So my gradient here doesn't go to black, it goes to blue. And that's what makes it look like night. And then it goes to white, which gives you the full saturation of whatever colors. And then I have a slight hue change of orange. Then I have a winter one it gives it kind of that cold feel. And then I have my blood gradient, which is for a scary. I just wanted to see what a red gradient would do. Actually, I could trigger these. How do I set these? Monkas. Monkas. I don't know what that is. Blood. Oh, it's an emote. Okay, wait. Is it anywhere in my... Is it showing up anywhere? Showing up on my Twitch? No, it's not. I have it in my stream? Oh, yeah. I see that. Yeah. Steve said he'd help me with getting it so I can see emotes outside of... So if I were to look at my well, here, let's just grab this. Here's my Twitch chat, right? And I don't see it here, but if I look at my on-screen chat, Like from the stream, I can see that you got a little frog dude. So I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't show in my my Twitch strat. BTV. Yeah, but like, where does BTV? Is BTV built into, like, do I have to have it in Chrome? Oh, okay. Yeah, because again, all my pop-outs are actually through a Chrome. They're a Chrome pop-out. But yeah. So, whatever. It's not like the biggest thing. I'm not a huge streamer. I'm just some guy on the internet. Yeah, where was I making this UI thing? See, I don't know why I can see the bearded dude. Oh, but I guess the bearded dude's like a normal chat person. UI. Yeah, okay. Button. Where's this button? Why is this button huge? This does not make sense. Why is my button so big? Why can't I see my button? Where is this button? Do I have to... No, I know what's going on here. I know my button is hiding. And I can remember how I can do this. Do I have to change this to -1? No. 1? No. So my button's huge. Why is my button huge? My button does not need to be that big. It needs to be like this. And like this. Whatever. 10? I don't know. 40? Why can't I see my button? It has to do with layer stuff. I know it. Some of this stuff's always janky and annoying. Why don't I see my button? Why don't I see my button? Do I have to... Or let's play with this. Weep, weep. Nope. I can set to 1. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Unless it's only in here. Why am I not seeing the button? Where are you, button? Why are you hiding? You show yourself here. I know you have a sprite. You have a UI button sprite. Color's not changing anything. Don't need a material. Maskable? No maskable? Frig, why can't I see this button? Oh. Maybe I need those. No, it should have button text. Let's make this button text big. No. This is the left, right. Okay, that's fine. Something's janky. Why can't I see my button? Do I have any other UI elements in here? I know I have with, like, this dude has his own canvas and he has his things and he's got like a dialog box. Or non-active. Where are you? Oh, no, let's leave Ronan. Let's go to one of these guys. These guys. Canvas. Speech bubble. Yeah. Non-active. That's that. Okay, that's 0, 1. It has the cool text material. Cool, fine, whatever. 1, 1, 1. width, height, whatever, that's fine. Is this is just a text thing. Maybe I need to change my sprite to one of those ones, one of my buttons. Where did I hide my buttons? I probably know the text for it. Ooh, I want to do that explosion. I gotta remember, no. Those are all like tile stuff. Yeah, here, okay, let's just grab, let's grab this one. Okay. Okay. Something's janky. Why can't I see my button? This is really aggravating. Maybe it's location of my... Okay, where's my canvas? My canvas is where it's supposed to be. My UI. UI scale. If I make this... What's your UI canvas? Whoa, this thing's all over the freaking place. Default layer. Okay, so this canvas. Ah ha ha ha. There. Layers. It's always layers. Because I use so many layers. Ooh, actually this has to be ahead of the players layers. So let's go 12. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. And then this button should be here, right? What? Why? Background. No, background layer goes back by 1. 11? 10? Why is my button dark? So if I turn this off, my button should be good. Yep. My canvas is on layer 12. My button does not have a layer. Is this because this is a sprite? Because if I make this 0, no, if I go default, no, it needs to be on UI. This needs to be on UI. That's why. Simple little stupid things. Cool. I'm gonna call this button Guild Hall. This is Guild Hall text. Actually, I should add a little more detail. Guild Hall button. It's another big thing is actually that's literally what I did the other day. There's just a lot of like extra comments in code, like visible things that say like this is a to-do area, this is in progress, because some of it's there, but it's no like normal size comments. So I just kind of skim while I'm skimming through code. I'll like completely skip over stuff that I might need to be working on. Text. Okay, cool. Why don't we see the button? Guild Hall. Or it could be like that. Or 1. That's fine. Anchor left, anchor right. No, that's fine. That can be 0. This can be 0. It can be 0. Is my text too small? Why can't I see my text? $14. are you being a butt? Okay, maybe it's all scaling related. Let's change this scale to 1. Okay. My canvas is fine the way it is. Why can't canvas values driven by canvas? Okay, here. And we'll start with the background. Does this matter? No. So this literally can be 1 by 1. Perfect. Okay. And this is going to go, we can uncouple this actually. And we can go X to a little bit bigger than the screen size, Y a little bit bigger than the screen size. This could be 0, don't really care there. Bom, 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 that's good. Now we go all the way back in and we play with this button. This button, if we go wider, it does stretch. Cool. So how big does this button need to be? Let's go with like 200 by 100. And there's my text. Exactly. Exactly the friggin' thing. Now, if we go scaling, it blurs it out. So we don't want to do that. We want this to stay 1. And we'll set this to 400. Is the button bigger? What's gameplay look like? No, bigger than that. Let's go 600 by 400. Too big. By 200. Cool. And then we'll do our text. Text font size is going to get bigger, and it stays nice and crisp, which is fantastic. Technically, we should change this to this one. No, that's not the one. It's robotics. Yeah, I think that's that one. Solid. Solid. Perfect. Okay, we've created one button. All of that to create one freaking button. Let's duplicate the button. Duplicate. And we'll just move our button because we duplicated it. Ooh, we're gonna have to change something about that actually. Our button is too fat. Because when you click on it, it's gonna have too much of an overlap there. So what we have to do is button, this. No, that's not what I want to do. Crud, how do I shoot? Crap. So the problem is now my button you can technically click it anywhere along this edge, which is not what I want. But whatever. I'll do that for now, I guess. And then this one we'll call the second button. We'll call this one new hero button. And this will be new hero text. Text. Cool. We'll set this to select new hero. Okay, that's good. We're gonna need another Butano. Probably 2 more actually. Duplicate, unduplicate. One is gonna go over here, and one is gonna go over here. Something like that. And this one we'll call quit. This is quit game. This is like exit game. This is gonna be like exit game. And then this will be main menu, so like the main menu of the game. I realize some people do like just a main, like when you exit, it just always takes you to the main menu. So I don't know. I'm gonna have this one do this so I can actually like break stuff, possibly. Check my saving. Exit button. Oh, this is exit button text. Exit game text. This is, make sure I add button to these because then I know what the object is doing. And then this one's main menu text. I should put button text, but for now it's not gonna do that. So here, go main menu, and this is exit game. Okay, so now we got something that looks like this. You can come here, you can have that. There is no continue, really. It's either you go to the guild hall main menu or exit the game. I could put a save button. Maybe I'll throw this save button in. Duplicate. And then we'll just have. I should probably have save and load. Yeah, I should have that. So select here will be on the top. Guild hall. And we'll have this as save button. Save text. Save. Duplicate. Bring you just here. We'll call you load button and load text. Cool, that's good. Oh wait, I gotta put this load. Load, cool. Okay, and then we'll bring you down a bit. Oops, wrong thing. I don't want to play with text. I want to play with button. Ding. And then what we'll just do is we'll just sort these guys out nicely. So, new. To here. We'll say, well, 380, sure. This goes to here. Let's say 160. Save button. Go to here. I guess negative 70. No, it's negative 60. Gives me that same spacing. And load button is going to be negative 280. Same spacing. Cool. We should probably fix our exit menus. Exit game. I feel like these two should be smaller. They don't have to be as big buttons. There, and let's make our width, drop this by 100. Maybe 200? Ooh, no. So 100, and then drop this by 150. Something like that. And then we will set you right in the corner here. So what, we're at 700 by negative 460. So this should be like, what, 710? 710? Yeah, 710 by 460. And then this one's going to be negative 710 by negative 460. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see, look at that. Looks like this. Not too bad. Probably should do some stuff with coloring, but I don't really care right now. Yeah, we'll bring this down to the bottom of that. And cool. We're gonna have to set up, set up some buttons. So we're gonna add is this? Yes. Ooh, okay, I gotta remember how I did this, because if I don't do it properly, it's not gonna work correctly. Because when you click the button, it's gotta save some data and then go to the hero select with the known data. It's also got to perform time skip, which we have in here. Oh, but this has to be before. Also have to set a player control override. Ba-doom. I don't know what that was. But yeah. I gotta set a player controller override, because the thing is you shouldn't be able to control the player when this happens. Did I set up a player control override? I should just write a little bit of code in here for my player. So I have basic movement. Maybe I call it in here. Maybe yeah, this is direction key. That's for speed, this stuff. So yeah, you know what? I'll just put it in here. Public bool player control override. And then if this is set to true, we're just going to have to adjust this stuff here. If player control override is equal to true. Oh, no. If not equal to true. I prefer, as much as people like if it's not true, let's go false. If it's false, then we can do this thing. Yeah. So if it's false, you still can move around. If not, it's gone. Just in case. So we also, oopsies, didn't need to come here. This on the awake, if this is true, if the party is wiped. Party's wiped said thing, so we're just going to add another debug here to basic movement, which is this basic movement under player. Player has basic movement, yeah, okay. So technically this will be public player and then if this is true, player dot player, what is it? Yeah, it should be player. Why can't player active request? No, player dot basic. You know what? It's probably not that. Yeah, player dot get component basic movement dot player override is equal to true. There we go. So I should actually put that, and I don't need to put it here. I need to put it in here. I need to state. Oh no, where it should be where I trigger it. So if I'm calling it from this, then here I'm going to add also a debug dot log player override is turned on. So then the player can't move, which is good. I should also turn off the player completely, but for now we'll just lock it so that the player can't move. Then it will move on to check if they need to new recruit. So we know that the party is wiped. We'll have to worry about time skip stuff later. Then it's going to be, yeah, so we don't do this. I shouldn't even be triggering time skip right away. This shouldn't happen just yet. We're not time skipping yet. But we're gonna call the menu. So we have to call activate what did I call that menu? UI world map, yeah. Activate UI world map menu. And then we should have a reference to this object in here. So we'll just put it here, up here actually. I think we'll put it up here. Public game object UI world map. UI world map? World. Huh? UI world map? It's UI world map menu? Is that what we're talking about? It's because I put UI in front of anything that I want to be a UI related thing. Yeah, I just I like to. Really, I should have do the. It's funny, I don't actually know how to do it, but there's a way to make separations, like a commented separation. Oh, yeah, it's a weird. I don't know how to do it. It's almost like it's like this, but it's not an object. Regions? Is that a thing in here? Is there like a thing that I can say add region in code? No, oops, didn't want to do that. In my hierarchy, there's a way to create like a split of stuff. But I think what people generally do is they actually just do what's it called? An empty game object, and then they put all their stuff in. So if it's UI related, it's in one thing. This also should be below this. Probably make an empty game. Yeah, that's pretty much how it would be done, right? So yeah, it would probably be done. Yeah, because I have this. Yeah, I have 2 UI things, and then technically this should be there because it's the canvas converting thing. But then each one of these guys has their own UI built into them. For like quest people, they have their own canvas for like the pop-ups for them. Yeah, there's going to be some cleaning up that's going to have to be done in the future to just kind of keep some of this stuff not as ridiculous. You know, let's move quest controller up here. Anything that's not a drop down. And yeah, we'll just put some of these that I don't have as drop downs up here. Yeah, so then that's that. This is for the future. Well, we can put you here, I guess. Actually, maybe I want to put you both down here. I realize I want to put you both down at the bottom. I think I want to put you. It's a little bit better. Player, grid, blocking units, buildings, ruins, portals, treasures, one-way portals. This is all map stuff, which I guess could technically fall under my map controller. No, because map controller has a world map menu. Oh, I guess that has to be here. Boop. Yeah, this is gonna, because this map controller controls my I have whenever time advances in the long state, because I have two ways time advances. So like your party gets wiped, you go back to the guild hall and you get recruits. Time advances, but like only a few days, maybe a week, depending on, it's based on how far away the player was from the guild hall. And then if you do effectively like a new run in the same world and you do new hero, it does like years of time skip, which changes the landscape. It doesn't really change the landscape. All it does is I have like paths. Where is it? Let's just close this for a second. Boop. And go to here. Like there's like these boulders. Right now it's really simple. Eventually, like when I clean up the art, it'll be a lot cleaner looking. But you see that there's these boulders. These boulders are just collision objects that stop the player's path. So in time skip, it does like a flip, and it changes where your path is, right? The idea is that, oh, you know, like a landslide happened here, or a bridge was built, or a bridge collapsed, something along those lines. And then so the player always has multiple avenues to get to other locations. But the thing is, they change if time changes, right? So right now it's just very simple. It's just like a switching of opening and closing kind of doors. But later on, those opening and closing of doors will be based off of quest-related things. So let's say there's a village and, you know, they're on the other side of a bridge and you don't save the village from like something bad happening. Well, if you start the game again and it's 100 years later, well, there's no one at the village is decayed, and the bridge that took you to the village, the fastest way to the village, is now gone. So you might have to go all the way around to get there. Yeah. So that's where it's going to lead to. Right now, it's really just simple and basic. I just have the system built, and it just toggles. I think, yeah, I have, 4? Yeah, right now there's only 4 elements, pair A and pair B, so that it never... The reason it's paired, it's so that there's never a situation where the player is blocked or completely locked off from something. Because I didn't want that to happen. I thought that would be, really shitty. So right now everything's paired. So I call it my door and window. So it's like if the door's closed, the window's open, and vice versa. So yeah, that's just a little system that's built, and it's scalable. That's the whole point. Because then it's like, oh, if pair A represents village 12, and village 12's quest was failed, well, pair A is not going to trigger, or it will trigger when the time skip happens. So yeah, it's all sorts of little stuff to just give it. It's not a huge thing to dynamically change, but it's funny how forcing your player to not use their normal path will make the game feel different. Or finding out that there's there's a secret path through this tunnel that gets me there. because I watched a whole bunch of stuff, and I always take notes of things that I think are interesting. And like Dark Souls, I think it's Dark Souls 2. The way it's one of the Dark Souls games. I don't know exactly, but the way that the level is designed is kind of insane. How it's all connected, and there's all this like stuff you do, but then it's like it gets you back to a specific area. But then now you know, oh, there's this path that I could just go and drop off here, and I land in this spot here that gets. So it's like that's the kind of idea I'm moving towards, especially if you're being good with the quests. So like pairing A B, one of the pairings could be like that same village. Oh, you saved village? Okay, so the bridge is still there, but then because they like survived and stuff, maybe they've opened because I have teleporters, maybe the village has like prospered in that time, and now there's a teleportation ring at that village, which means, oh, you don't have to traverse through the wilderness and possibly have your new guys die. You could just teleport to this village now. That's what this little red dot is. It's a non-active teleport, so it's like technically if your character gets to here and does something proper here, either completes the quest, this becomes active, and then this portal here lets you portal to here, which circumvents having to go through mobs again, because my mob spawner is based on how many days. So that's the thing, it's like if your party's wiped and you go back and use the guild hall guys, well, maybe you wiped monsters in the region to like get to this place, but you never got here. Well, enough time passes to spawn enemies. Kicker is also my enemy spawner is accumulative, and the reason why there's a cap, but it's like, let's say you die, you went up, you go all the way up here, and then you die, and then you go back to get some more people. This respawns stuff, but this path that you didn't take either is going to have more enemies or stronger enemies. Now, not all my flags. I'm back and forth if I want to like Majora's Mask this shit and like make it so that, oh, you decided not to go here, so this quest line that's like here just evolves into something worse. But I kind of feel like that's, I don't know. I'm back and forth on that one. It's built into the system. Exactly. And that's the thing. So like right now, it's just getting all the systems work like online with very basic like the functionality that they need. And then I want to do first quarter is I want to start doing beta testing. And so right now I'm doing like doing a mailing list. I'm literally finding all the contact informations for like streamers and YouTubers and small channels and what's it called? Like people who write like articles online. And I pretty much need to get a mailing list of about 1,000 emails. And then I have to make my request to Steam for my beta keys or whatever keys, which I found out recently isn't as like, if you're like a big developer or like, you know, you got some clout, you're going to get your keys like right away. But another guy I talked to who streams, I was like, yo, how long does it take you? And he's like, it takes weeks to get your keys, right? So, and when you want to get people out there to, yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, okay, I want to do my beta testing in May, whatever, let's say that. It's like, well, I better have my keys before I send those emails. And the thing is, you also have to take into consider human time, right? It's very unlikely that those people are going to be like, same day, see the email, but like, oh shit, yeah, I'm going to go download this game and I'm going to, you know, it could be months that they get to it, right? So that's why my thing is 1,000 names or 1,000 emails with a 1 in 10 looking at it, and then like a 1 in that actually doing something with it. And then, you know, like friends and anyone who I can get my hands on that'll play it is like the next big thing. But yeah, so that's like the plan for that. So yeah, I'm like I said, I'm close with. But for early stuff, you don't need keys. No. Like, I like for yeah, I can put an itch build out would be what I do for like friends and people I know directly that I'm gonna have play it. I'm just gonna have an itch build, and then they just download the file and they play it. They give me feedback, and like other people, like there's some because of the streaming, I've kind of met other developers. There's a guy up in Montreal, and actually there's two guys in Montreal, or northern Quebec or whatever, and getting them to like play it would be good because then anyone in their screaming bubble decides they want to play it. That helps anyone I watch that I talk to regularly who are other developers be like, yo. And the nice thing about that, and this is what I really like, is if you get someone who streams to play your game, your data is so much better because yes, they might be like, oh yeah, they'll tell you stuff later, but you could just go and watch the stream where they played your game and be like, oh, you can visually see if someone's like, I'm supposed to do that, right? You can see the I don't understand or I just got it moments, which is very important because when you're making your own game, like for me, I know everything, and so there's no, like it's, how do I put it? It's like stupid intuitive. It's like, oh, I know to go left here and do this to go there, right? But a person might not even know that they can go left. So, stuff like that. Okay. But yeah. And then, I don't know how I'm going to do dungeons right now. My dungeons are just turtles. My dungeons, new quest available. Why is this way out here? Why is this text way out here? This is for the Ronin. Oh, you know what? I have a thing that pulls this text in after. So you have to complete a certain amount of quests or get to a certain level, and then he unlocks. I should really just hide this, but he unlocks like a quest, and then he's supposed to be your first recruit. So this area will always have your, like the first village will always have your first extra recruit, and it's literally just a super simple. It randomly generates whatever recruit. It pretty much picks something you don't have in your party, and then it level scales them to whatever level you are, and it activates after you've completed like X amount of quests. So it's like, oh, you completed 2 quests, then you see this guy, you talk to him, he's like, yo, I see you guys doing some fire stuff. I'd like to join your team. And then it's the way to kind of get the player into understanding, oh, you can just do quests and someone might join your party. Or then his thing is he'll mention a rival to the north, and so you go and you meet the rival to the north, and if you beat the rival, he'll join your team. If you don't beat the rival, he'll just kind of hang around and wait until you beat him, so for him to join your team. So that's the second way you recruit, by beating up someone and get him to join your team. Yeah. So his is not, I don't know, I might make his a quest to beat the rival. But yeah, there's just different ways to trigger it. But yeah, I gotta get recruiting. So right now it's getting the death loop working or active. And then the recruit loop, because combat's working, quests are working, leveling is working, health through battles is working, which is really important. It's saving my data here. I'll have to do eventually a data flush, where it's like it saves to my save file with the data. But right now I'm not caring too much about it. I'll probably have the very early builds be like old video games, like it doesn't save any data. As long as the application is running, it's keeping the data. But once you shut the application down, it has no more data to run from. So yeah. And it's almost lunchtime, so I should probably call it. Yeah, so what did I complete? Biggest thing is I started the menu. My menu's there. Menu is active. We have this. None of the buttons work, so buttons got to get working. But right now, if we come here, game object menu, this, If it's wiped, turn off the controls, log this, and we're going to also go, what is it, world menu map, dot set active equals true. Oops. True. Boop. So I don't know how to do it. It's this then. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. So then we're going to activate our map. Which is fantastical. Error on fire. So this needs to be closed. We save all the changes here. We bump ourselves back to scenes, main menu. Let's load this fire. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Also, the other thing is I have to add speed. New game. Testicle. Start. And go to the character select. Let's pick her because she has the lowest life. Because he's got 20. She's got 10, and he's got 10, and he's got 20, and he's got 10, and he's got 10. A lot of, because I have default. I have defaults on these guys. A lot of their stuff is default. Also, I have to fix where people stand. Also, you're supposed to cast a shadow. Why aren't you casting a shadow anymore? You're lit up. Yeah, they're lit up. This guy's like whitewashed. Also, I probably have to smidge this over. I should probably smidge that over. Whatever. We'll pick her. Yeah, it's because it's doing silly things. And this is because this is literally a giant button. It should be a button down here, and then you click, and then it should do like a cool thing. Okay, cool. Let's go fight someone. And I actually display the current health of the person because I needed to do that. Uh-oh. What happened? What the hell just happened? Load next scene, battle scene 1. Why didn't we load the scene? I know why. It loads the next scene in the set of stuff, which, unfortunately, I added another scene. Transition controller. This scene does not need to exist right now. That does not need to exist. Oopsies, not what I want to do. And then main menu, launch. Yeah, that's because it'll pick whatever the last thing is. So I have to be able to activate and deactivate those scene changes, whatever, delete. I could have actually continued. It would have continued theoretically from where I was. Blah blah blah, bleep bleep bleep. Okay, let's go. Gonna battle. Oh, screen shake. But my timing is all off. I have to start using serialization, and then I have to put in forced frame timing so that the animation frames happen. Then my screen shake. Then I need to. She's still up there. I know. I have to move people. Spear, stab. She gets stabbed. Look, she's current at -8 health. Oh, this didn't work. Object to reference. Why? Player. Okay, what did we do? This should have... I have it. This one. If is true. Player dot get component up move. Oh. I know why. Now, does that have to spawn the player? Is that what's happening? Is it not? The player object doesn't exist. Son of a ding dong. I have to make it so that it knows See, this spawns my player. Ooh. Maybe I just don't spawn the player. That might be better. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to break something. This is something I'm going to have to look into. Because actually, I could just avoid spawning. The player isn't spawned. I have a thing that spawns my player, which takes all the data it needs. Yeah. It takes the data and it adds the world data. So this is how I keep my quest information. Because world data keeps the quest information. And then I just spawn a new thing. And this is the whole idea of this, is that if your party changes, so you either recruit someone new, or someone dies, or you change your party order, when they spawn, they should spawn in that order. And that's why I have a player spawner. So maybe on awake, world data is equal to world data. Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to steal this thing. And I'm going to put that in this map controller. Which you should technically have it. It's going to be private. Start. Private void. What? Why can't I just do a start? Oh no, I have start. Yeah, on here. Yeah, so then we'll also call this. My world data is equal to find game object world data. That's going to populate that. And then we can also do the same thing with player is equal to find game object of type a player. Hey player. Bam. So this is going to find my objects and set them. Yeah, that will set them at least. It should fix that for now, but now that I think about it, it's like, ooh. I'm going to add that into my into here, just in case I want to change that, but where did I have it? Yeah, wiped, player override. See, this could be changed to not allow the player spawner to trigger. And this, I should just add a little thing in here, something like let's go cap lock. Change or update this code below. And then we'll do a little and then we're just going to have this part. We're going to encapsulate you. So whatever, something like that. No, I like my stars. I'm going to do my stars. Star. Stars! There we go. This is probably... Yeah, stars. This is another big thing. Like, putting these kind of bigger bits of points of contention for my code, I realize having this is a lot easier to spot stuff that I need to fix or change. Like, just having, I went through my code and just put a bunch of to-dos, because I have, like, the text of what it's supposed to do, like the commenting of what I need to do in that area, but it's not done. But the thing is, sometimes these comments are all together, and it's like, oh, you know, it's not, oh, and look, there it is. The thing that was supposed to happen, I didn't do. Which is this, yeah, this Control X. It's right here, right? The comment is down here. Activate UI world map. Here's the UI world map being activated. It should be up higher. Technically, I'll also have to do whatever. Fuck it. Excuse my language. Pardon me. La France. Lays. Franglaise. La. Okay. That should be where I want it to be. Let's hit back this main menu. When she dies, all I want this to do is pop open that menu screen. That's it. That's all. It pops open the menu screen. I know none of my menus are working, but I don't really care. Blah, blah, blah. Go here. Select our lady friend. Ooh, they also all generate new names. So if we go to her character in the world data, hero holder, she is Zaya Chachala. Because reasons. And the thing is, the nice thing about that is it's gonna keep their spawned names. There we go. And technically, I should not be able to... Oh, see, this is the problem. This is supposed to be triggered. I should have had it trigger the override. Yeah, my player override is on. If I go to my... If you're willing to share, how did you come up with amount asked in your Kickstarter? Was it from superficial or living costs while you are working on the game? Always wonder about these small amounts that wouldn't cover like a year's salary or more for one person. Oh, okay. So, it's two things. So one, there's a portion for my salary. But my salary is mitigated by my own finances. So, like, I had savings. I used my savings to survive. Two, I have a wife who has a job. So, there's another source of income for our family. So those are like the two main things to offset my decision on how much I needed. I knew that the visibility would be extremely low for my Kickstarter, and also that, just so you know, my Kickstarter was successful because like 90 plus, or not more than 90% of the people who backed my Kickstarter are people I knew in real life, or I know in real life. Like, I went on Facebook, I literally messaged people and texted people I knew, being like, hey, I'm running a Kickstarter, can you back me? Like, I don't care how much you back me whatever you can afford, be it $1, be it whatever. And that is why I got to where I was. Yeah, it's friends and family. It's like starting a business. Right? And when you start a business, you need friends and family. Now, if you look at my Kickstarter, you probably saw my big goal, like my biggest value, someone backed me. Yeah, I never planned on putting that like full amount on my Kickstarter. I thought it was a dumb idea. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. My mother, she's like, why don't you put the full amount? Maybe someone will back you. So I didn't think anything of it. I put the full amount. I put like a really silly, like, it's like God or something like that. Like they get to have a huge input on the game. And I was like, whatever, I'll put it. Lo and behold, the person that backed me was my mother. She decided that she's going to just drop that cash on me because it's been many years that I've been wanting to do this, and I've pursued other careers and other things in my life, and I've been successful in other careers, but I went to school for game development. I didn't take the chances that I should have to be successful in it, and I pursued the, like, responsible adult job, which of course was pushed by my mother way back when. And because, you know, I was able to succeed at anything I've done, she finally decided this was going to be her way of supporting my decision. Not to be said that she still does call me and ask me, why don't you take a lovely IT job or a tech job? You know, they really need those people. So, yeah, it is what it is. But no, like, you know, my sister gave me a very, very generous amount. So, yeah, pretty much all the highest backers on there are all friends and family. I have backers of, like, old college roommates. You know, people that must have just seen my Facebook post and dropped me some bucks. So that's, like, a big thing is, you know, it's funny. I even have people who want to support after the fact because I'm at maybe a local game store, like a comic book or board game store, and maybe I'm playing something with friends, and someone overhears that I make video games, and they're like, oh, I'd love to support you. And I'm like, oh, well, my Kickstarter's over, but I never set up anything for further. I think I want the exact same way with game dev. Education and going the safe route then, and kind of regretting not taking more risks during university now when they're still... Yeah, that's the thing. The risks when you're in school, as much as you're paying for like university or college or whatever, you might be lucky enough to still live with your parents, so your costs are low. You're also young, so it's like easier to kind of bounce back with stuff. But like, I'm married, I have 4 kids. Like, this is risky, but my wife was willing to support what I want to do, and that's like probably the biggest thing. And I'm lucky, like, same thing, like I have family that are very supportive on this whole adventure. And something I had to do, now before it's like too late. But yeah, if you've pursued the goal of getting back into game dev and you have a normal job, if you don't have a spouse or another means of supporting yourself, 100% just do it in your free time. It's a grind. It's definitely a grind to do it in your free time, because if you work a normal 8-hour job, you come home and you just want to like chill. Oh, well, thank you for the panda. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, if you're, what was I saying? You have to take those things into account. So my Kickstarter took into account an amount of money to help me pretty much develop for a year. So like to have zero, like not zero, but like a much lower burden on the single income coming in. There's a lot of other factors like where I live, support programs. Technically, it sucks because game development in the last 2 years got hit really, really hard. Yeah. Also, opting for free time went down to 32 hours, so I have more. That's really good. And you know what it is for like developing? Yeah, I know. You've been flagged everywhere. And the thing is with that hit, it not only hit like all the developers, but it also hit a lot of the businesses and a lot of the government decisions to provide grants. So I know another company, they made a game, they released a game, they went for their grant for a second year and they weren't able to get it, and now the company, the studio's defunct because their game that they released did not sell anywhere near as close as they wanted it to, and they had like 3 or 4 people on staff, which is a lot. Right? Me, it's just me. I'm paying myself. I can pay myself whatever I want because I own the company. So I pay myself nothing. Literally like peanuts. Enough to pay taxes on the fact that I'm paying myself as an employee. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. No money going out from publishers either way right now. No one is investing in anyone in it. Yep. It's true. And so that's what I'm saying about like having to kind of do it yourself. If you plan on eventually hitting a Kickstarter, have I want to say like almost beta level of gameplay, because people want to support indie games. It's crazy how many people I've talked to who like really want to support indie games, but it's all about visibility. And that was the thing with me. Like do I have one kicking around here? I don't know where they are, but I literally spent like I don't know, $20 or $50. I printed out my Kickstarter poster, and I went to local comic book stores, game stores, anywhere nerds would hang out that I figured would be my demographic. I went and asked the owners to put up my poster. I did that to try to hope for any kind of visibility. Funny enough, I doubt that I got anything from that, but that was still an effort to like go out and get more visibility. Kickstarter is notorious for its algorithm and it not like, you could be the most recent thing, but it might not be showing it. So yeah, I'm also concerned because I feel like flashy visuals are so important for Kickstarter, and I'm not really an artist person to the degree I need to. Yeah, hey, it's 100% true. My Kickstarter art was not done by me. Actually, it was done by this Meow Meow fellow. You know, and that's the thing. You're 100% right. If you don't have um, a really good splash, an engaging looking trailer, like a lot of my assets I purchased. I don't do art. I'm a game designer by like my definition of what I do, but I do everything. And I realized I didn't have time, and in like the time that I wanted to develop, to like make the art myself at a level that would be good. Now, that also to be said, art's not that important when it comes to, for Kickstarter. It's like, because all Kickstarter is a visual thing. Someone looks at your Kickstarter page, they're not gonna. What I did, I looked at stat tracking, but like 90% of it is if they're gonna watch your video, and if they don't care about your video in the first like 3 seconds, it's done. Done. All you could have the coolest, most groundbreaking, nostalgic stuff explaining what you're gonna do and how awesome you are and stuff, and no one cares. Now, let's say you do a little streaming, or I wouldn't recommend YouTube videos unless you're doing like raw, because editing sucks and takes time. But like having a little gameplay, even if it's all square blocks and stuff, if the game's starting to be fun and people can actually try it, that's a big difference than showing like a video of, oh, this is what my game could be. I also buy assets, but it's super hard to find ones that fit together. Yup, that's suit and style and performance friendly. Oh, 100%. Programmer by trade? Hey, good on you for being a programmer. That's hard shit. So I'm already struggling with the game design a lot, because making decisions is hard when you don't know what you're doing. I would say if you're a programmer, you've got technical skills. With technical skills, you generally want to design a game that is a part of what your skill set is. So I'm building an RPG, a turn-based RPG. Well, you talked about my Kickstarter, so you probably know a little bit about my game. But because I'm a designer, I'm going to be able to write quests and story things and other kind of little bit of logic that's all design related. That's my stuff. For a technical person, I would say, like, I wish I was a good enough coder to understand algorithms, because I would be using a lot of algorithmically generated stuff for creativity purposes. Like if I could create shifting levels, like I already looked into like algorithms to like help me populate my level and do changes, but it's a little bit above. It's above my current skill, and the amount of time to get to that bump would be a lot. Yeah. So generally flex into what you already have good skills in. Like if you're a good coder and you have like a certain set of skills that are really pivotal to that, work in that. I always like to reference when people talk about, I'm a coder, but I don't really know design stuff. The Dwarf Fortress guys. I think it's 2 guys. One is like a mathematician. Like his thing is math. And he used that math knowledge to create an algorithm that creates a lot of what that game does. So you flex into what you know, or, this is where the passion side comes to it, flex into things you like. Yeah. You're pretty good at coding, Nick, actually. When you're like set to it, but you're good at anything that you focus on. You're a freaking hard-working man. Then that's where you should do it, because the thing is, if you're gonna do this on the side, something with breeding mechanics. Yeah, man, I wanted to do. There's so many cool things. Yeah. Oh man, I love like Fire Emblem, where you can have like a hero and then another hero, and then their offspring has like extra, like their stats are changed based on their offspring. Oh, Fire Emblem did some really cool stuff with that. There was a game called Chalice. Yeah, there was a game called, was it Golden Chalice, Massive Chalice, something like that. I haven't played Crusader Kings 3, but I know of it. But yeah, I love the idea of that kind of. I wish I had time. I wish I had time. I have 4 kids and I'm making a game, and I have like so many responsibilities. Like right now, I'm getting away with doing this because I wanted to stream on Friday, but because of family responsibilities, I didn't get to. And my New Year's resolution is to like Yeah, yeah. I have 4 kids. It's pretty hardcore. How old are they? I have 6, 4, and twin boys that are 2, and they're crazy. So yeah, we had 4 kids under 4 years, within 4 years. So, but yeah, I like to encourage, like, hey, if you see me streaming and you want to, like, you got like, what's it called? Design questions, shoot them my way. If you get to a prototype, actually, I guess it'd probably be in my Twitch backlog of stuff, but you'll see, like, I'll play games, but they're never me just playing games I like to play. It's me either playing games that other streamers make, or other indies. That's what I like to do. Still have time to do game dev next to with wife. So you still have time to game dev next to that with your wife on a full-time job. How do you do it? Still spill the secrets. Well, again, game developer right now is my full-time job. I own my own company. I pay myself nothing, and my wife works. Now, we're lucky. We're in a situation where she gets to work from home, so that mitigates a lot of costs. I don't go anywhere, so I'm home. Our kids do go to daycare. Our oldest is in school. We have a family member close by, so they help with, like, taking care of the kids. But yeah, it's tough. Like, I do a lot of daddy daycare. That's what I just call it. And that put a big dent in how much dev time I get, which I'm trying to mitigate this year by just trying to make a more consistent workflow. But the biggest thing I've realized, and I learned this from another guy. Yep. While his house is getting horribly mangled, he's gonna be put in my freezing basement. I'm in the basement, so it's cold as shit here. Excuse my language. Yeah, he's gonna have to come. Don't forget, you need a house coat, slippers, maybe a sweater and a toque. Yeah, no. The secret to doing game development is consistency. 100%. Every single developer I've ever talked to that has finished a game, especially people who have a full-time job and want to do game development, you pick a time in the day, either before you go to work, which is not necessarily the greatest, or after you come home from work. And it depends on your job. So, like, one guy I know, because his job, he's like a manager, he can start before he starts his work, do an hour or so of development. If it goes in a little bit further, it's not a big deal because he's usually going to do meetings and things like that. Other people, let's say you have a laborer's job or a job where you have to go somewhere and then come home, you need to pick a time, generally speaking, either right after you come home from work. So when you're still, like, in a work mentality, right after you come home from work, you sit down and you say, I'm going to do development for 1 hour. That's it. You literally set a timer on your phone or whatever you want. 1 hour. That's it. I'm going to do 1 hour work. You'll be surprised how much work you'll get done in a week if you're doing 1 hour a day. And the thing is, that's, like, today I'm lucky. Half my kids aren't here. My wife's dealing with the other half. I didn't do an hour stream yesterday, so I'm doing my hour stream today, which now it's at almost 2 hours because I like giving advice. I love giving my dad advice. Yeah, I've started exactly that yesterday. Yeah, no, and hey, whenever you have a prototype or you just want to ask design questions, or if you see me streaming, like, actually, hey, I should plug this. I haven't plugged this in forever. I have a Discord. You should join my Discord. And then you can ask me questions even when I'm not around. I forget that I made a Discord for my game. I just forget. I'm also supposed to post when I'm streaming on my Discord, which I didn't do. But let me grab the Discord thing. I should be able to put that in somewhere. What's this? Discord? Is that a command? Did you try doing a command? Wait. Does my Whoa, what was that? Following. Thank you for the follow. Oh, we've been talking this whole time. And you just follow now? I'm disappointed. You No, not. I just yeah, actually should does my it's in your streaming profile though. Already found it. Okay, good. Okay, cool. You know, I'm very new with the streaming. I literally only started like not even really last year. Oh, but it says its invite is invalid when I clicks it. It's region restricted or something. Crud. Okay, you know what? I know. I've been having issues with it. Did I just close my Discord? No. Okay, one second. I'll put another invite people. Copy this. And we'll paste it here. Paste. What? No, that's not what I wanted. What? Copy? Copied. Why does this not work? Can I like paste it here? What the hell? Why is this hidden? This is so weird. Go here. Expiry. Never. Generate key. Why isn't this not generating a key? Use copy button. I'm having a weird issue here. Yeah, no, my key generation's not working. I don't know why. Invite people. Okay. Well, if I do this, hey, Nick, did you get that? Did you get that invite? Temporary membership. Temporary membership will automatically kick. Okay, you got it. You're in. Always makes things more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah. I don't know why. It's also not letting me generate my key for some reason. And I knew because you can generally set send link hidden. How do I unhide the key? Okay, whatever. Let's do a 1 hour key. But then it just this copy. Oh, that makes sense. That's totally why. Okay. Yeah. My Oh, you made it there? Oh, you did. Hey, how'd you figure it out? Tell me your mad science skills. This is because you're a programmer. Elite programmer. And I can tell by this little animatio, you're an anime person. Guess what? I love anime. Actually, my game has anime tropes in it. My whole like battle system, attack system is based off of anime names. There are 2 Discord links on the stream, and one of them actually works. There's 2 Discord links on your stream profile. That makes sense, because I had one that was like a timed one, and then another one that was like that didn't have a limit to how often it could be triggered. And that is definitely what I have to go and play with. Again, doing all these things, trying to figure out. Yes, I love anime. Went to Japan for 3 months ago to nerd out. Oh, well. I've been to Japan too. Now, it's a long time ago. I did it before I got married. So, holy moly, it's been a long time. What is it? Probably like almost 10 years ago. I did the Mario Kart in Tokyo back when they weren't being sued by Nintendo. So I got to dress up as... I was Frieza and I ripped around in a go-kart through Tokyo. Went to Akihabara. Sushi. Saw sumo. First time I ever saw like rowdy Japanese people the whole time I was there. That was so interesting. Like people yelling and screaming. Japanese people not being Japanesey. What else? Yeah. Went to Tokyo base. Love my Gundams, so I went and saw that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Drank a bunch. You know, Japanese love their I saw people do it. People speaking Japanese. Yeah, try to like try to. I tried to acclimate. I tried to be as polite and like responsive. Getting behind you because you are blocking the aisle. Yeah. Yep. No. Or the one thing that got me was like the first like couple days there is like I'd go into like a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart and I was being greeted and I was like really confused by it. And then being thanked all the time. Oh, but I miss like the vending machines. I miss like just being able to grab like a hot coffee. Steam buns. Oh, those were so good. I miss the steam buns. There was one that was like a pizza style one. Yeah, no, it was fun. And I'm also a car guy, so I did a lot of car related stuff. Yeah. Experienced the polite racism that is Japanese rural areas. That was fun. I was politely told to F off at 3 a.m, and it was the same as daytime outside. Not scary at all. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Little kids, like kids my daughter's age, just going to school on their own. They have their little hat, their little backpack, little tracking device. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's it's interesting. They're very xenophobic there. But you know what? Like the big city, I didn't find it too bad. Like Tokyo was fine. It was literally when we went out to rural areas, like or further away cities that didn't have like in Tokyo, you'll see other immigrants and like foreigners walking around, no problem. But again, if you went more recently, I can understand it being worse because like when we went, we didn't see too many like this again almost 10 years ago. We didn't see too many tourists being assholes and like being really like bad about the culture. But now apparently it's like I have a buddy who works for a racing team in Japan, and yeah, he's like, yeah, people are bad. Like tourists come and they do like everyone wants to Instagram and stream doing asshole things in a country that they don't understand. But yeah. But the other way, unfortunately, I would keep talking. I would talk a ton about Japan. I loved it. I would love to take my family there and do like some sort of cross-country trip. Yeah, like I have some friends that have family there who are like, yeah, if you ever want to go, we have like a place. Yeah. Well, no, it's not. I don't think social media people are the worst. I think people who are trying to get famous or get popular or get rich quickly by doing not good things, those are the worst, right? I told my wife, I was like, after we had our second kid, because we had our first kid, and we had pre-booked another honeymoon for like 2 years later. So we took our daughter on our second honeymoon, and we never really got to do anything because all the fun stuff happened after 8 o'clock at the hotel, and we had to stay with her at night. So I told my wife, I'm like, it's going to be like another few decades, probably, yeah, another few decades before we go on another thing. Rob BT, my favorite Japanese IRL streamer. But he's very respectful and has been there for 10 years. You know who I liked? I don't know if she streams, but she's like that ginger girl that was like a teacher in Japan. And then her like YouTube videos started getting more traction, and then she like decided to resign from her teaching job, and it was like this whole process of like them like scolding her over trying to quit and leave, and I thought that was like really interesting. But yeah, I don't really follow too many people on like there's I guess he's not a Japanese dude, but there's one white dude who speaks like Mandarin and Cantonese and a bunch of like Asian languages, and I love watching his stuff where he goes into restaurants and like speaks like I wish I could speak more languages, especially for places when I go travel. Like I realized that was the one thing. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. I realized that was the one thing when I went to like bars and restaurants in Japan, just trying to speak the language offered me a fair bit more like courtesy, I guess, with a lot of people. And I think that's just because it's maybe as a Canadian being polite is kind of like ingrained in us, but like I feel like people are a lot nicer because I try to be as respectful and also try to like. But I also live in a place where we have English and French, and I know 100% that if I walk into a restaurant in like the French side, that if I speak in English, depending on where I am, my service will suck. So I know like right away to either speak in English or French to get my service. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can hear screaming upstairs. The kids are probably losing their minds. Thank you for coming out. This is episode 1, season 2. What's up? Next week, aiming for 4 streams. Most of my streams will probably be in the AM. Kind of like this one. Yeah, probably kind of like this one. And, yeah. That's it. Meow meow bye-bye. I have to press... It's so weird, because I'm, like, streaming on so many things. I have, like, a weird control system to, like, stop all my streaming. So, theoretically, if I press this button, I should stop. No, it's asking me...